Jai Hind and good morning to all my loving kids who are connected to me virtually. I think by now you have started preparing for your pre-board exams, pre-board first, and you are preparing religiously. You are following all the suggestions, advices with your teachers of all the subjects they are giving you, and you are following the directions which I have also given for preparing my subject English. So I had, on your request, I had taken up the revision for the poetry section. I have finished with the poetry section with the detailed the discussion and explanation of the poems I have done. And now I have just managed one class more for you people. I just adjusted it with your Hindi revision class because I wanted that I should tell you something about the writing section also. I finished the poems, I finished the grammar section, and today I'll be telling you about the writing section, right, and the reading section. To start with the reading section, that would be your question number 1 and 2, right, from part A. You remember your question paper will be bifurcated in two parts, part A and part B. And for part A, the first question, the second question will be the reading passages. And whole of these passages, you have to, it would be, the questions will be of MCQ based question patterns, right? So, what to do? First, you will be, what are the techniques which I have taught you? A quick revision. That first, I am telling you that you have to practice it from your, you can take the help of the practice papers which are now in market, or you can just go to the internet, search for the competitive exams reading section. If you serve this, you would get the passages, and please do start practicing it because it is not that easy as you are thinking, as because you will be getting MCQ based questions, and in MCQ based questions only you are getting the marks when you are going for a correct answer. Previously, what we used to do for your reading section, if we get a single word which is matching to the answer, we used to award marks. But now the things are nothing like that. So please go for the practices, and what will you do? The 3R theory, that is, you will read 3 times. First reading, just go through the passage. Second reading, go to the questions. Third reading, mark the answers. Then you follow the screening, skimming, and then attempting. You will be screening when you are going with your second round, second step of reading. You will be screening the passage. How will you screen? Because you are knowing the questions, you can just see that what are the answers, probable answers. You would skim out the important parts, right? And then you will be attempting the questions. Right, children? And for that, please start practicing. It is not that easy as you people think, because things have changed a lot. Okay, you may get a very easy passage to attempt, but then also you have to get a correct answer, because marks would be awarded for the correct options only. And how to do it in your answer sheets, like the passage one, I have already told in the class, and I have already said in your revision module also, that suppose this is the first question. You would write answer 1, right? And then the option, like 1, question number 1, and this is the option. You have to write the whole thing. You have to write this whole thing. Please be careful while writing, numbering your questions. And then you write the option. Then you write the option. She is the queen, whatsoever. So please, after that, please write this in this way. Write A option and then the option. Right? If you are in shortage of time, then don't go for it. But if you are having enough time, please do attempt in this way. Another thing which I want to tell you is that children, please attempt the question paper as it is framed. Like first we are starting with the reading section, then the MCQs, the literature, and then the grammar, and then part B comes for your subjective questions. Don't start haphazardly. कि part B का question number 3 में पहले कर लिया, फिर part B का question number 4 मैंने पहले कर लिया, part A का question number 2 उसके बाद किया. Don't please disorganize. Don't present your answers in a disorganized manner. Please organize them and follow the pattern of the question paper, as because the question papers are framed in such a way, I tell you, after the judgment of the mental state of the student when they are appearing for the exam, right? For the exam which you are appearing. Now, if in a page you don't think about the pages or the copies to be given to you, so don't you think about it. What you do is, like question number 1, let it be in one page. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many questions could be there? 10 out of 12. You remember? 5, 6, 7. यहाँ पे 8, 9, 10 नहीं करेंगे. यहाँ पे 8, 9, 10 ये कभी कभी जगह मिल जाता है, हम लोग को यहाँ पे कर देते हैं. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Right? Turn to the next page. Turn to the next page and then again from the left margin right there. Okay? The 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, suppose 7, 8, 9, 10. You finish it here and you are left with the page. Don't start your second answer there. You can turn the page. Nobody will ask you a question for using more and more pages. But you have to be very clear in a defined way, right? I'll show you the copy, the answer sheets of the best scorers. I'll be sharing those answer sheets also with you people. This is the way they do attempt. Because if you try to confuse the evaluator, you will be the loser. So everything should be very clear and precise, right? So next page, if it is over by this, leave it there. Turn to the next page, then answer 2, right? Then answer 2. Be very, I'll see how much you are following me in your first period only. Like at times what we do, we write option A, then we write all B. You ask us to choose the right option. I've seen many a times you people do. Please do not do it. Write one option. Another thing. The first question will be, question number 1 and 2 will be attempt 10 questions out of 12. At times what we do, we are super intelligent. What we do, we write all the 12 questions. We write all the 12 questions. But do you know, in this way you lose marks because the CBSE has directed the evaluators only to correct the first 10 questions. So even if you are having wrong answers in this first 10 and a correct answer in the 12th or the 11th questions which you have attempted, we won't give you marks. We won't award you marks. We will only count the first 10 questions. We'll be counting only the first 10 questions. Right? Only the first 10 questions will be counted. If you are writing 11 and 12, that would be corrected. It would be right, not asked. Right, children? Did you follow what I say? Please do take care of all these things. This is what is the first step you should learn while appearing for the English paper. Right? Now, I have told you how to attempt the third and the fourth will be the literature MCQ based question. Literature question also when you start. Third, answer 3. That will be covered in one page. Answer 4 in one page. Now there would be the question number, the option A, B, C, and then if you have time you will be writing the option also. Right? And you won't confuse the evaluator. You have to be very prompt and very precise while doing your work. Right? Now I'll be coming with the subjective questions. The subjective questions will be covering in which part? In part B. Part B. Isn't it? There would be, first there would be letter, and here also you would have options. You would have options. Letter writing you have, and which type of letter we are learning? It is formal letter, isn't it? Letters, what are letters? Letters are those write-ups which are used to communicate with your known people, with your loved ones, or officially it is connected with the officials. Isn't it? We use letters. That is, it is a mode of communication. It is a mode of communication in a written record, isn't it? It's shared in a mode of communication which is shared in a written record. It is letter writing. Letters are of how many types? 2 types, formal and informal. Right? So what are the formal letters? First, let me start with the formal letters are the official letters, and the informal letters. Informal letters are those letters which were written to the friends, your parents, your grandparents, your relatives, anybody. Those are also called as friendly letters. Isn't it? Official and unofficial. It is used officially. So when do we use the official letters? We use official letters while writing an application. Where do we write an application? To write an application to your class teacher when you are absent, isn't it? For any illness or any personal cause, isn't it? You write an application to your principal, isn't it? So, the second is the letter to the editor. You write a letter to the editor. What does the editor does? The editor edits your letter in a magazine or in a newspaper. And why do you write a letter to the editor? To put up some of your views regarding some alarming issues, isn't it? Regarding some alarming issues, you put up your views. So you use the platform like the newspaper or the magazine, and you write a letter to the editor. Now next is placing order. When you write a letter of placing order, when you order some goods, when you place the order of requisition of some goods which you need, you write a letter to whom? The business, some companies, some shops, some retail shops, wholesale shops, isn't it? So you write a letter of placing order in such cases, right? Now the next is when you write the letter of inquiry. Now when you have to satisfy some of your queries, some of your questions, what do? You write a letter. You write a letter to whom? You write a letter to a tour and travel agency. When do you write it? When you want to inquire about suppose you want to go for your holiday and you want to and know what is the package tour, what all they are covering, about the hotels they are providing, about the meals, about the money, everything, about the days it will be covering, right? So you write a letter to a tours and travel manager, right? And then enquiry letter, when you want to take an admission in a school, you want to know many things about the schools, like what is the curriculum they are following, what is the how the syllabus has been divided in the school, do they have any playground, what about the activities in the school. So inquiring about all this, you write a letter of inquiry. When you are going for an admission in a college, what do? You want to know about the curriculum, you want to know about the infrastructure, you want to know about the lecturers, you want to know about many things, the fee structure, you want to know about the syllabus booklets. So you write a letter of inquiry to the principal of the school, right? Of the school or to the of the college, right? More, you write application, as I told you, when you're going for a leave application, you do write an application to the principal, your class teacher, you do for fee reduction, or you want to avail the bus service of the school, you want to avail the day boarding of the school, you write an application. You write an application to some MNC companies or any place where you are seeking your job. Those are called as job applications, right? Those I'm not teaching you, that is not in your course this time when you will be going to 11, 12. That time I'll be teaching you about the job applications, right? So now these are the letters which are going to learn. There's another thing I missed, the letter of complaint. The letter of complaint you write either to the municipal commissioner or you can write to the police commissioner, or you can write it to the principal, or you can write to the teachers also. So what is then complaint letter? You can also write it to the retailer or the shopkeeper or the company from where you have ordered the goods. So in what cases we write a complaint letter? The complaint letter we write when we are not satisfied with the thing or service, right? We write a complaint letter when we are not satisfied with the thing or service, right? Like you have ordered some goods and you have received defective items, or you have not received the correct amount, or you have like you have not received it in time. So what do? You write a letter of complaint. I'll be discussing each type, how do you write it, right? So you write a letter of complaint. Now service, you're not satisfied with the service of the hotel you are residing in. So you write a letter to the manager. You are not satisfied with the administration of the school. You write a letter of complaint to the director, right? And like the complaint letter also, you're not satisfied with your friend who is continuously bullying you in the class. What do you write? You write a complaint letter to your teacher, right? So these are the places, these are the cases when you write a complaint letter. So today I'll be teaching each type of letter, just the format I'll be discussing, as because I don't have much time. Yes. First, first is, now all these letters are what? Formal letters. And what are the formats of formal letter? First it would start in sender's address, then the date or the address's address, then the salutation, then the subject, then the body of the letter in 3 paragraphs, then thank you, and then the name, your salutation, and then the subscription, that is who is written the letter. Your name should be in block letter, and then the signature, and then your designation. I'm a citizen, a student, principal. Who is writing the letter? Everybody is having a designation. So you have to mention that. Right? So first, I'm taking the book as because I'll be starting with the letter of enquiry. The letter of enquiry. Right? Now here is the question. I'm sorry, I'll be starting with letter of complaint. Okay. Letter of complaint. Is that clear? Letter of complaint. So, first, what things you should remember? Describe what is wrong with the product. Or, now another thing I want to tell you while writing these formal letters, you have to be very precise. यहाँ पे कहानी नहीं लिखना है, यहाँ पे your command of literature नहीं देना है कि कितना ornamented words आप use कर सकते हो. यहाँ पे you have to be very classic, but you have to be very definite about what you are writing. You have to be very brief, composed, but in polite tone. But in polite tone, right? So, first you have to describe what is wrong in the product or describe the issues or problem. Then give the date of purchase and the place of purchase if applicable, right? Explain how you would like to resolve this problem, right? Then explain that you look forward to receive a reply with a resolution. Then set a date or time limit for that. दे दिया ये नहीं, you set a time within a week, within a month, right? Now give a phone number where you can be reached, right? Now see the insanitary condition. Just I'll be repeating the question and please do take care. The insanitary condition in your colony are causing multiple diseases. Write a letter to the municipal commissioner for bringing the problem to his notice and request him to take urgent actions in the matter. You are Deepa of C2/8 Ankur Enclave, New Delhi. So what is the first thing you will be doing? You will be writing the sender's address. The sender's address. The sender's address would be in block letters. The sender's address would be in block letters. So what is the sender's address here? The question is, you are Ankur of C28. So C28 Ankur Enclave. It should be in block letters. Ankur Enclave. Right? In block letters. Now the second is New Delhi. You have to mention the place also. You have to mention the place also. New Delhi with the pin code. The 6 numbered pin code. The 6 number pin code. The 6 digit pin code. Right? Then what you will do? The date. Leave one line in between and then the date. And then the address is address. That too in block letters. Address is the municipal commissioner. The municipal commissioner. And no comma, right? The municipal commissioner, Shahadara, Delhi, the same pin code which you have given in your sender's address, right? Now, after that, leave one line and then the salutation. Sir, my dear sir, not like this. You have to be very formal, to the point. So, sir, alright, or ma'am, right? And then, what is the subject? The subject has to be very precise and it would be in such a way that it would tell you what is the matter you are discussing. What is the complaint which you are discussing in your letter. It should be brief and to the point, right? So, the subject here is insanitary condition, poor or insanitary condition in my locality, right? So, how do you write it? First, what you will do? You will be introducing yourself with the problem, right? And like I'm a resident of Ankur Enclave and I am unsatisfied or I'm facing problem due to the insanitary condition in my locality. After that, what you will do? You will be mentioning the second paragraph. You will be mentioning the problems you are facing due to the above mentioned issue. And then third paragraph, what you will be doing? You will be giving your suggestions, right? You will be giving your suggestions. Suggestions of what? Of rectifying the problem, right? And last, how will you conclude it? You will be concluding saying that hopefully my plea or my suggestions will be counted seriously and actions would be taken as early as possible. Please do write this. Actions will be taken as early as per time. Please do mention the time, that is very important. And after that, leave one line thanking you, your name in block letters. Like you are Deepa or Deepak, isn't it? Suppose. And if no name is, the name is not mentioned, what will you do? X, Y, Z or A, B, C, right? If the sender's address is not there, what you will do? You will write any address which you can imagine of, right? Just imagine something, right? And you will write it. Address is address, like write a letter to the municipal commissioner. You will write to the municipal commissioner, but where? At times you forget writing it. Please do write the whole address, right? So, and for writing the letter to the municipal corporation, you have to write it, your address, your name of place and the commissioner's place should be same. So, and the pin code will be also the same. This is a very normal thing, I know you have this idea. So, at times what do we do? The editor, and then we don't write where, or the commissioner, where, from where. There are so many places, there are so many divisions the city is divided into. There are so many publishing houses, newspaper. So, which newspaper you are saying? You have to be very clear and very precise also you have to be. Like if it is written, write a letter to the editor and you are writing the editor of a national daily. You write of a national daily. The editor, national daily. No. National daily means national newspaper. Name of any national newspaper and then the name of place. Make a habit of writing a complete address. Right? Marks will be counted in that. Date in extended form. Right? Now, while writing the subscription, that is the last paragraph, what you will be doing? Thanking you, and then you would be writing your name in block letters like Deepak, Then the next line just below Deepak, you will be signing as Deepak. Then just below Deepak, you will be writing the designation. Right? So, designation here in this case, a resident of Angur enclave. Right? In this way. Now, so these are the complaints with the social issues, like complaints before your purchase. You are the physical education instructor of St. Jesus and Mary School, Agra. You have placed an order of sports goods with students' enterprises. When the items arrived, you found that some of them were defective. Write a letter to the manager, student sports enterprises, asking him to replace the defective items. So what did I say? The complaints may be due to you're not satisfied with the service or the product which you have ordered, right? So in this case, what you will do, I have taught you in the class also. Please do learn the styles of writing. In the same way, there would be sentence address, that would be in block letter, then the date in extended form, then the address's address, that too in block letter, and the address should be complete, right? That the manager, then student sports department or depot, then Sadar Bazaar, then Delhi का है कि लखनऊ का है कि वाराणसी का है. You have to write everything with your pin code, right? And after that, you would be writing the salutation, sir or ma'am, and then you would be writing the subject. Subject would be very, very brief and to the point. Like replacement of damaged goods. वो देखते ही समझ जाएंगे. इतनी कंप्लेंट लेटर्स पढ़ता है, किसी के पास समय नहीं है कि पूरा देखे. अच्छा, डैमेज गुड्स, तब डैमेज गुड्स वो पढ़ने लगेंगे, राइट? नाउ हियर प्लीज रेफर, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ये चीजें चाहिए. प्लीज रेफर टू आवर ऑर्डर नंबर. ऑर्डर नंबर मेंशन बहुत जरूरी है. And the date 19th December, 20th December, anything from for some sports, and the above consignment was delivered to us the date 15th and it was not according to the specification, right? In this way you have to write. Now for this types of letter, if you are ready with your pen and notebooks, please do write it. The body of the letter, the first paragraph should have the purchase details. The purchase details means from where, when, how. Okay? And the model and the brand. The model and the brand. The mention of the model and the brand. The bill number also. Right? And then the part 2, that is the para 2. The paragraph 2 will be having the technical complaints, that what among the 10 ordered items, 5 were damaged, 2 was not working, okay? And like at least you have to mention that 3 points. 3 points, like the refrigerator which I brought had scratch mark. Then the compressor is not working properly. The electricity consumed is more, though it is a 5-star 5-star item. Then also the electricity consumed is more. So in this way, at least 3 complaints you have to place, right? And then what you will do? Then para 3, what you have to write? Since the item is under warranty, so kindly replace it within 10 days, replace within 1 week, failing which will be forced to move to the consumer court. ये तो बहुत बड़ी बात हो गई. ये आप लिख सकते हो, fail to this can force me to move to the consumer court. And then you are thanking your name, Tulika Pathak, signature, and here you don't need to write a designation, right? Clear? So the next type of letter is your letter of inquiry. Letter of inquiry, I told you when to write, how to write, and in what cases we write the letter of inquiry. First, the address will be given in the question. So sender's address, you will be writing it in block letters. Then, or if the sender's address is not written, in that case, what you will do, you will be writing the address of your examination hall only. और ये तो आप अपने मन से कुछ भी बना के लिख सकते हैं, right? But that should be in block letters. And I always tell you, I don't know why, that please do write the pin codes, because when you go to your upper sections, the mention of pin code would award you marks, right? The mention of pin code, place and the pin code. Pin code always would be in 6-digit numbers, right? So then the date, right? Then where you can write inquiry, you write a letter of inquiry to a package tours and travels, or to principal of a school, college, or any institutions, right? So suppose you're writing a letter to the college, right? Then what you will write in block letters, the principal, and then the name of the institute, then the place, then the pin code, place with pin code, right? And after that, what you will do, you will be writing the salutation, that sir or ma'am. Bus, my dear sir, my respected sir. You don't need to write all this, right? And then what you will write, the subject of inquiry regarding, for what you want to inquire, right? Inquiring about the course fee, inquiring about the brochure, right? Inquiring about the admission tests, inquiring about the package tour to Shimla, right? In this way. And then what you will do, you will be introducing yourself, and then you would be writing up the queries, what you want to ask and how you are writing it. So the first paragraph will be after reading your advertisement. Regarding so and so forth. Okay? Your new session, or regarding your admission for your new session, regarding the notices for the exams which will be conducting, right? Regarding the extracurricular activities. ठीक है, उसके बाद क्या लिखोगे, I wish to inquire certain things from your institution, highly esteemed institution, ठीक है. तो para 2 what it will be, first, और ये कैसे लिखना है, ये ऐसे लिखना है, the inquiries, I wish to inquire the following, I wish to satisfy my following queries. ऐसे लिखे, following queries के बाद colon dot, and then in this way, right? Bullet dot, duration of course. Okay, then fee structure. Right? Then number of students per batch. Number of students per batch. Transport facilities. In this way, right? So see, you will be writing all your queries, what you want to know, one by one with the bullet mark, right? Clear? And after that, what you are going to do is para third. This is Para, second para. What would be the para third? I will be grateful to you if you send me the brochure along with the enrollment form so that I could register in the course the earliest. Right? So, and then the complimentary case. The complimentary case meaning क्या होता है? Thanking you, your name, and here at times you can give your designations also. A student of BA first year, a student of plus 2, a student of class 10, right? So you can write your designation also, but the name in block letters, after thanking you, your name in block letters, name of the applicant, and then there would be the signature and the designation, right? So we have completed it, the editor and all. Now I am coming to the last is the letter of placing order. Letter of placing order. Placing order. Right? The letter of placing order. Now, when do we write this letter? When we are eager to send some requisitions of some goods which we want, isn't it? And whom do we write the letters? To some shops, retail shops or wholesale shops, or some depots, or some companies, isn't it? So we do write the letters for ordering. Now see, first the address would be given, that would be in your block letters. The name, the address, the sender's address should have your complete address. That is your house number and your place with your pin code. Then the date in extended form. Then the address is address. Address is address. It should have all that you are writing, the shopkeeper, the manager, and then the name of the shop, the name of the place, right? And the pin code, place with the pin code, 6-digit number pin code, right? So then you will be writing what? The subject. You would be writing the subject, and after the subject, what will be the subject? Requisition of sports items, right? You would be writing in this way, requisition of sports items. Suppose you are the sports teacher of Sunbeam Academy and you are ordering for some sports items in your for your school. So you will be writing the addresses, the sender's address in block letter, whatever address you want to give. Here you are a teacher of Sunbeam Academy, so the address would be of Sunbeam Academy. Okay, Sunbeam Academy, Samnighat, right? Then Varanasi, this 7123004, right? And then you would be writing the date, that is 10, 12, 20, 20, extended form. Then what you're going to write? The address is the address. So, write, for example, Malviya Sports Center, the manager. First you have to write the manager. Then manager of which place? Malviya Sports Depot. Then Chowk 713204, or Chowk, then Varanasi 71203004, in this way, right? Clear? And then what is the body of the letter? Now reference to the quotation. Reference to the quotation if mentioned. Okay? Reference to the quotation and the date. Reference to the quotation and the date if mentioned. Then the list of requirements. इसमें हम लोग बहुत haphazard करते हैं, but you have to follow this. Please make this box name of items. All right. Then brand. Then quantity. Right? Name of items like cricket bat, cricket bat, brand, Puma, yeah, Adidas, quantity, 4. Right, understood. In this way, you have to make this box. Then this, then the second, and the items number also. Number 2, the second item, football. Okay, Crocs. Item 5. Then third, basketball. Whatever company, Crocs, I think so. And then whatever quantity you want. And if you don't know the real company names also, you can write any name which comes to you, like your ma'am does. Sports item का कोई बारे में उनको पता नहीं है, कोई भी एक नाम दे दो कोई ब्रांड का तब चलेगा, मगर ये जरूरी है. This one is important. This box is important, right? अंदर कुछ भी लिख सकते हो, मगर ये क्वांटिटी, ये सीरियल नंबर, आइटम नंबर जो है ये लिखना पड़ेगा, ये मेंशन करना पड़ेगा, क्वांटिटी कितना चाहिए ये लिखना पड़ेगा, ब्रांड ये लिखना पड़ेगा, राइट? एंड इफ ड्रेस मटेरियल के लिए है तो कलर भी मेंशन करना पड़ेगा, राइट? देन द डेट ऑन विच द डिलीवरी इज एक्सपेक्टेड. By next Thursday, I want all the items to be delivered to the above mentioned address, right? Then the mode of payment. The mode of payment, you want to pay it by cash on delivery or online transfer. That depends on you. You will be mentioning that. Now items to be. This is very important. ये लिखना ही है. The items to be in good conditions and as per requirement. Yours faithfully, then thanking you, only one line, yours faithfully, then your name and designation, the sports teacher, the sports head, the librarian, right? Or a resident. जब हम रेफ्रिजरेटर का ऑर्डर प्लेस करेंगे, हम पंखे का करेंगे या अपना पर्सनल करेंगे, तब बुक्स, लाइब्रेरियन, understood? So this is the way you will be completing your letter. And with this, I have finished the letters. Now, what is the next section you have? It is the analytical paragraph writing. Analytical paragraph writing. Analytical paragraph. Now, in analytical paragraph, as the title says that you have to analyze something. You have to write something in a paragraph, analyzing some issues, isn't it? So, it's an analytical paragraph, and in analytical paragraph, you will be supplied with some graph or datas. ठीक है, ग्राफ और डाटा रिगार्डिंग सम इश्यूज. अच्छे से वो ग्राफ और डाटा आपको एग्जामिन करना पड़ेगा. यू हैव टू रीड दोज डाटास एंड ग्राफ्स very properly, and then what you have to do, you have to write it, right? And while writing analytical paragraph, always you can open the treasure of writing the new good ornamented words. ठीक है? While writing, देखो मैंने लेटर के समय नहीं बोला, मगर मैं एनालिटिकल पैराग्राफ के लिए बोल रही हूँ. जो ट्रेजर है आपका ऑर्नामेंटेड वर्ड्स का, यहाँ पे आप यूज कर सकते हो, राइट? एंड what you have to write? You have to write a title, a heading, right? You have to supply a proper heading and then you will be writing the paragraph. The paragraph, you have to write it after analyzing the datas or the graph. At times there will be verbal inputs. Verbal inputs जैसे दिया रहता है वन महोत्सव 7-3, 5th of July 1 week, then new trees planted, and that is all these verbal inputs are supplied in a box. You have to go through and you have to touch each and every points given there. ये नहीं कि हमको जितना मन किया मैंने क्या बाकी नहीं किया ना, सारे points को आपको touch करना पड़ेगा, right? And it would be in a paragraph only, and it can be a visual input also. तो एक पिक्चर दे दिया कि पूरी ड्राउट है and women are taking vessels on their head and they're queuing up for a drop of water. All right, you have to analyze this visual. This is called visual input, and you have to write a paragraph on it. Scarcity of water, right? Paragraph on what? Scarcity of water. Like the graph is given, the students who liked online teaching. The graph, suppose the graph is this. At the starting, at the month of Feb, the graph was this, and then with December, the graph is this. So by December, the initiative of the teachers and the students with the online teaching is this. So you can understand. You have to analyze this graph and you have graphical inputs and you have to write the paragraph, right? You can use your treasure of words, new words which you are having, but you don't use the byline. ठीक है? आर्टिकल में byline करते हैं, इसमें नहीं करते हैं. With this, I have finished my revision thoroughly. I have done, I think so. I wanted to do more because physically, if I could have been connected with you, तो हर दिन मैं कुछ नया चीज आप लोग से कर पाती. यहाँ तो क्लब करके एक दिन में कर रही हूँ. Hopefully, I have made you understand what you have to do, and I'm expecting the best from my students. And I know my students would never they will be betraying me. They would be keeping my word, and they would be studying for their English subject, and they would be getting the best marks because you're my children, you're my loving children. Thank you and Jai Hind.